Hey guys, welcome back to my second channel. I am normally Blaire White, but today, I swear that's not Corona, oh my God. You guys ever just breathe in air the wrong way? That just happened. Welcome back to my second channel. I am normally Blaire White, and today I am Blaire Black. Make sure you're subscribed to both of my channels. So I would say it's safe for me to say that I have been involved in some of the most iconic and epic debates here on YouTube and in the 4 years that I've been doing this for a living. Some of these debates that I have done have been absolutely heated, absolutely ugly, some of them very productive, and honestly, I forget all the people I have debated, but today I thought it'd be fun to take a look back, a little stroll down memory lane, if you will, and look at some of the most epic debates that I have done in the past 4 years and react to them. And before we jump into the drama and the stress, I definitely want to let you guys know that I have new merch on my merch store right now, the Make It Make Sense merch, as well as the Uncancelable merch. I think these are both two of the cutest designs that I've had on my store so far, so make sure you guys go and cop those, and if you do buy it and you do get it in the mail, make sure you guys send me pictures wearing the shirts because I definitely want to repost you. But on to the video. So why not start randomly with Onision? This is from 2017, almost 3 years ago, you guys. 1.7 million views, that's crazy. So backdrop for this video, I was drunk as hell at 2 p.m. in the afternoon. I was living large summer of 2017, you guys.
Can I run through some?
Okay, so we're live now. Onision.
Can I run through some questions?
Sure. Ask whatever you want to ask.
That's awesome. When I asked previous debaters.
Are you okay, by the way?
Yeah, I just got done recording a video.
Okay, you look hurt, but okay.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I still cannot believe he came on camera looking like that. Girl.
So the drawing you posted of yourself s***izing me.
Yeah, did you like it? I remember that.
No, not really. Do you think like that's acceptable regardless of gender, or was it just fine because it was a girl and guy?
So what he's talking about is, I think I remember some supporter of mine doing like a drawing of me plowing him, and I retweeted it, and it became this huge thing that he was super upset about. No one else was, but yeah. Obviously it was rude, and obviously it was meant to piss you off and dig at you, like the many things you. I was so chunky back then. Look at my little double chin and just drinking. Girl, this is before my facial surgery as well. Like the many things you've done to me, you know, vice versa. So.
Well, I've never done anything like that.
It's not that big of a deal.
I mean, Twitter banned you for
No, you've never done anything like that, but you've definitely, you know, rated, you know, underage girls in sports bras on your channel. And that's the tea. And it's so crazy how, you know, this was 3 years ago, and the accusations against him have only gotten bigger and more frequent, and just a lot of stuff has come out since then. This almost seems like not even that bad. Don't get me wrong, it is bad. But compared to a lot of the stuff that's come out since then, it's like, damn, like, we were just mad about him including pictures of underage girls in his videos, and now there's so much more. So yeah, for anyone who thinks I hopped on the Onision thing for clout in 2019 because that's when you know, fell into the story, I've been trying to drag this person since 2017. God, nothing productive really came from this. He just continued his antics, and now we have what we have today. Next. Oh my God, next we have the, are you okay, Jamie? This one is a debate I did for HBO's Vice News, and it was actually a really big production. It was really cool to film for a major network like that. I think a lot of people just saw this on YouTube, but it did air on HBO, which was really cool just to be able to say I was on HBO. And this one was trifling, you guys. This one, there was so much edited out. There were so many heated moments where I personally felt like I really dug into some people that were completely edited out. And the moderator you're gonna see is super, super biased.
I think that number one, you did kind of erase Jamie's, when they said that they are non-binary and trans, so let's start there.
Okay, so a little behind the scenes thing I've never said is that this guy who was sitting next to me with the glasses, actually, the entire shoot was like talking crap into my ear really, really quietly, to the point where it was like low enough that I knew they probably wouldn't air it. Like, it was just that quiet. But it was enough to be just like upsetting me the entire time. I don't know if the producers of this thing had him do that because they knew it would make me angrier or something, but it was really pissing me off how there'd be a conversation happening over here between these other people, and then he'd be still whispering in my ear like, you know, you're wrong for saying that, right? You know this opinion's wrong. I'm like, girl, can we, if you're gonna talk to me, talk loud enough to where this is part of the show, not just you trying to instigate something. So that was something that was happening that no one knows about.
I think you're the one that said that I was erasing you as trans. I am. Like, you're not trans. Like, there's a medical definition of being a transsexual and being.
But what if those non-binary?
That moment, you could hear a pin drop when that happened. Like, and, you know, I was definitely very harsh on this, but at the same time, it was just a lot of BS going on during this shoot. I felt like all the non-binary people on the shoot were getting way more of a voice than the two transsexual women on the thing, and it was just really annoying me how they were getting to define everything to do with trans, and I was sitting there like, hi, I'm one of two people on this panel that have actually transitioned. Why am I not getting to speak about being trans? So that's why I went in and I was like, you're not trans. Anyways, so that was a lot.
Non-binary people do suffer from gender dysphoria.
Jamie, how you doing?
I mean,
Yeah.
that doesn't make you trans to just suffer from gender dysphoria. Being trans is having gender dysphoria and acting upon it to live a life as a transsexual. I think that's different.
I'm going to stop you. Jamie, how are you doing?
I'm okay.
You okay?
Yeah.
Do you feel like talking? You don't have to. Okay.
That is the moment that everyone loves from this. The Jamie, are you okay? And first of all, like, I feel like if you are not in a place where you can debate about all these different terms and, you know, really talk about sensitive issues and talk about hard topics that include your identity, then you probably shouldn't have been cast for this. It was definitely heated, and I didn't feel like it was fair for the moderator to cut me off to check on the feelings of someone. Granted, I was being harsh, and I will completely own that, but it was a harsh debate. It was, and you know, I wasn't gonna cry if someone insulted me. There was plenty of times where people were doing low blows at me. Like I said, the guy whispering in my ear, insulting me. So I don't think Jamie was ready for this debate, and that's fine. But I didn't appreciate the bias of the moderator.
But you know why? I think that a
right.
large reason why a lot of people.
Do you hear the moderator trying to cut me off again? Like, girl, stop. Are you cutting off anyone else? No, just me? Okay, anyways, next. This next one is, without a doubt, the most intense, most heated debate I have been in ever. If you can even call it a debate, it was just an absolute crap show. It's with Candace Owens. It was on the Rubin Report, and this debate was so ugly and so heated, and to this day, I have never watched it. I promise you, this is my first time ever watching it over. This debate was so intense that Candace has had me blocked ever since then on every social media platform. I've heard she blocks anyone in her comment sections for even speaking my name. And it was also the demise of Dave Rubin and I's friendship, unfortunately. And I'll get into more about why he was the moderator. If you don't know who he is, you'll see.
A black conservative, a trans woman who really leans right. A gay liberal, but I'm an old school liberal, which is everything against identity politics these days. And I know none of us care about that.
I'm not comfortable using the she pronoun, not because it's not anything to be disrespectful. It's just that a lot of people that follow me don't know that Blaire is trans, and a lot of people that follow her maybe don't know me, vice versa. And I think
I like how Dave literally said I was trans in the first like few seconds of the video, but she has to clarify it again just to be hateful. Okay.
I think that it betrays the audience when you make it sound like this is a petty catfight and there are two girls sitting across from a table, when in fact it is a grown man sitting across from a grown woman who has had a lot of things to say about me when I've never even met you or said negative comment about you. So I just...
Okay. First of all, I find it's hilarious that, again, she has to clarify that I'm trans, even though it was already clarified. Second of all, it was very interesting how she was saying she'd never said anything negative about me when going into that, her entire Twitter feed was talking negatively about me. And that was just so unnecessary. You guys are gonna see in a second my response to it, which is the same response I have now, but.
So I just want that to be very clear. Happy to, for the rest
Super
of this.
clear.
Yeah, it should be
Super
known.
clear.
We're both adults, you know, you're a grown man.
No,
I'm a grown
we're
woman.
definitely adults. I just think it's interesting how
you act like you're above the ad hominems and you're above attacking someone, when in reality, you and I both know that the situation is you're using those pronouns and you're saying what you're saying, calling me a grown man.
That's not an attack, that's a fact.
Let me finish though. You're doing that in a way to be passive aggressive and petty, but in a way that your audience doesn't actually read, because you do have the very hardcore conservative audience, and so they're not really going to read it as petty. Everyone else will.
No,
though.
I don't want them to think that this is a cat fight between two
Facts.
girls. It's not.
Facts. God, my heart is like racing even watching this, because what you guys don't know is that going into this, it was so intense. Like, it was just like, it felt like a trashy reality show setup. Like, Dave was texting me beforehand saying that he wasn't going to let her say anything like that and how it wasn't going to be anything like that. And then it opens that way. And this was an hour long of just bitching and fighting and going back and forth. It was not productive. It was not cute. And I will say that even though she started off that way, being really, really foul, you know, I was foul back the rest of the hour, and it was just, it was really, really combative and bad. And it did end me and Dave's friendship, because I felt like I was exploited in a way. I felt like he did a really poor job of controlling some of the really vicious ad hominems that Candace threw my way. And in my book, I very much value loyalty, and even when you are a moderator, I don't know, I would just never let anyone speak to any of my friends the way Candace spoke to me in this. And so I was kind of feeling like, you're just sitting here, Dave, because it's good entertainment, but like, we're supposed to be friends and we're supposed to be cool. Girl, there was just a lot, and a few reasons why Dave and I stopped being friends. Not that there's any bad blood now. This was, at this point, 3 years ago, but this was one I would rather forget. Okay, this next one is with Ben Shapiro. I actually forget I even did this one. So this one was sparked by, he did an appearance on some other show I can't remember the name of, but he brought my name up, and I thought, well, while he's talking about me, it wasn't like super negative or anything. I was like, well, we should do a debate. Come on my channel, Ben. So he came, and he was a really good sport about it, and we actually debated about trans pronouns, I believe. For me, it kind of goes down to, for instance, if someone were to adopt children, there's no biological basis for calling them that kid's parents, because they're not. Like, they're just literally not. There's no link at all biologically, but there is a social reason to do it, and there's a legal reason to do it. So for me, that's sort of where it boils down to me with pronouns, and I agree with you. It's a good analogy. Come on, 2018 Blaire with the analogy. Also, you've mentioned that if someone makes no effort to transition at all, it's really unreasonable to expect that someone actually uses pronouns in a way that they prefer, because I think pronouns boil down to, rather than chromosomes, I think secondary sex characteristics, which are still biological, but it really does kind of boil down to what you look like, in my opinion.
If I were to go to dinner with you and there were to be a waiter there and I were to direct the waiter to you, obviously we would go based off your physical appearance, but you're right. If I were to walk into dinner and try and describe you, you look like a woman, therefore, to the person there, you know, I wouldn't be trying to explain who you were or your background, because what's the point of that? I want to get...
He tried so hard to like walk around the fact that yes, in real life, you'd be calling me she, Ben. And I'm pretty sure I've been in the same room with him at his place, Daily Wire, and he's used that pronoun. So it's all silly to me. Also, one thing I just realized, I think I've debated just as many conservatives as I have liberals, which is pretty cool. All right, guys, that is it for this video. It was a little stressful going down memory lane. You know, all these experiences were unique and all these experiences had their own level of intensity. But what I will say is, as always, I'm always down for debate. You know, I think there's some people who, you know, make video after video after video about people but refuse to debate or have a conversation, which I don't respect. So I'm always up for a debate. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you guys subscribe to this channel as well as my main channel. Make sure you guys follow me on Twitter and Instagram, because I post on there way more frequently than I do YouTube, so you gotta follow those to keep up with me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Love you guys.